So you want to know everything that you need to know about Alvin, Texas. Well, you came to the right video. If moving to Alvin is on your options, comparing it to other cities, you might want to stick around. Let me put it this way. It's a small town charm city that has convenience from being next to Houston, Pearland, and other cities. And believe it or not, this might be the perfect location for you. Whether you're looking for affordability, great schools, or even an opportunity to invest. Well, today we're gonna be talking about every single of those things, giving you the opportunity to make a wise decision whether Alvin is the place for you and your family, or probably not. Nevertheless, please stay till the end because in this video, we'll be sharing insights that you do not want to miss. Hi, and welcome to my channel, Dany Lopez, the Realtor, where my sole purpose on making these videos is to educate my audience because we all come to that road on choosing where we want to move, and for some of us we're gonna be moving with our families, so it's very important that we make the right decision, and for that I make these videos. So let's go on and continue with the show. The city of Alvin is located in the Gulf Coastal Plains of Texas, right next to Pearland, Manville, Friendswood, and just a short drive to Galveston Bay. It's about 25 miles from downtown Houston, which makes it an ideal commute for those commuters that need to travel to the city for work. Nevertheless, one of its convenience is that it's 25 minutes from Hobby Airport. Now, if you're driving to Bush Airport, then that's gonna be a little bit from 50 to an hour. And as well, let's not forget that Alvin is part of the Brazoria County. In my opinion, every time I get a client asking me that they are interested on purchasing an Alvin or selling, I get excited because in reality, I see Alvin as one of Houston's best kept secrets because it still has that small town charm of Texas, but it still has great opportunities with the new developments and real estate opportunities, making it a hot market. In Alvin, you will get more land, more house, and low taxes compared to its cities nearby like Pearland. Imagine this, waking up to a rooster or seeing cows or seeing people with their horses. It's not exactly like that, but that's the environment that you're gonna be getting once you live in Alvin. If you don't believe me, you should go visit it. And just by me telling you this, it may or may not be a place for you. But if you love peaceful living with access to everything else, Alvin is an incredible choice. Alvin was established in 1891. It's currently located in the Brazoria County and it has a population of 27,000. But would you believe if I tell you that Alvin, Texas is one of the best affordable areas in the surrounding of Houston? Don't believe me? Let's look at the numbers. Cost of living in Alvin, Texas. Transportation, -8 compared to the national rate. Groceries, there's no change, which I am surprised because there are a lot of people in Alvin that have their chickens and other type of animals to help them with that. Utilities, -2 compared to the national rate. But here is where we see a drastic drop, -40% compared to the national rate. Again, I think I already repeated a few times, but we could see here the opportunities. Overall, it's a -12% compared to the national average. To share more specific numbers on the cost of living in Alvin, let's take a look at what bestplace.net has to say. According to them, all you need for a family is $45,720, bringing it to a monthly of $3,810. If you ask me, that's pretty good. Now, if you're a single person, they're saying that all you need is $44,400. That brings it down to a monthly of $3,700. Okay, there might not be much of a difference there, but look at the cost of living is 99.7 compared to the rest of the United States. So hopefully that brings some enlightenment to you. Something very important that we have been mentioning is real estate. How good is real estate in Alvin? So that's exactly what we're gonna be touching right now. The median price point on a single family home in Alvin is $290,000. significantly lower than nearby cities like Pearland and Sugarland. Its current average price point is at $312,000. Over the past years, there has been an increase of their home value, but lately it has maintained steady. For the most part, when you drive in Alvin, most of the homes are built traditionally. A ranch-style home with spacious land. You can also expect modern inventory and a lot of new construction development happening, especially new developments in the outskirts of town. If we look at this chart from January 2020 all the way to July 2022, prices have increased. After July of 2022, prices have been able to maintain steady. If we look at rent real quick, rents tend to go from $1,400 to $1,700. If we look at the chart since January 22 all the way to November 2024, prices have increased a little bit. However, they have been able to maintain it steady. If you like everything that I'm telling you right now, great. But what about property taxes? You and I know that we do not like surprises. Property taxes in Alvin tend to be pretty reasonable. So what is reasonable, Dany? You may be asking. So taxes might be anywhere from 2.3% all the way to 2.7%. And with that being said, let me do a quick breakdown. So right here, we have a property that is value of $250,000. This is the type of taxes that you're going to be seeing right here. Some may apply, some may not apply. So Brazoria County properties will be 0.26%. City of Alvin may be 0.68%. This is Alvin ISD, 1.17%. MUD. This may or may not apply depending on the location that you live in, but since it doesn't apply here, it will be 0. Sweeney Community Hospital, 0.36%. Alvin Community College, 0.15%. Based off a $250,000 value property, your taxes will be $6,601.70. Now, keep in mind that this person has not applied to homestead exemption. That's why you see a 0, a 0, a 0 all down the line. What does this mean is that your dollar will stretch longer living in Alvin, making it a great place for a first-time home buyer, someone that is looking to retire, or even for investors. So you have kids, you like activities. What is there for recreation that Alvin has to offer? I'm glad you asked because that's our next topic. Alvin may be a small city, but it sure has a lot of things to do when it comes to recreation. For example, there's the Resource Park, a hidden gem for fishing, kayaking, and picnicking. Bob Briscoe Park, great for the families with walking trails, sport fields, and a skate park. There's the famous Bayou Wildlife Zoo, a 80-park safari where you could get up close to exotic animals. Great for kids and adults. Let's not forget that you're not too far from Galveston. And while you're in Galveston, you could also visit the Moody Garden. It's like a 40-minute drive. For those that are passionate with baseball, you could stop by at the Discovery Nolan Ryan Museum. And another location that we cannot go without mentioning is the Alvin Antique Center and Marketplace, where you could go and hunt for unique pieces and vintage items that can only be found in Alvin. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for still sticking around with me. Please like and follow. It really motivates me. And with that, let's continue. If you have kids running around or you're planning to have kids, as parents, we understand that it's very important that our kids attend a good school. So if you're wondering what is Alvin school system, let's briefly touch on that. Alvin is served by the Alvin Independent School District. Overall, the schools in Alvin are above average, with strong commitment to both academics and extracurriculum activities. A few schools that have stand out include Alvin High School, which has received high marks for academic performance, and the Walton Disney Elementary School, known for its excellence elementary program. There's also the Brazosport College, offering higher education opportunities. Now, since I'm an agent, I can't really go in depth, but always do your research. If you're going to be looking for a job when you get to Alvin, there's definitely plenty of different opportunities you could explore. At the current moment, the job market is still growing with opportunities in the sectors of manufacturing, agriculture, retail, and healthcare. Now, there are many residents that commute to Houston, which offers a wider variety of job opportunities in the industries of technology, energy, and finance. So whether you're looking to stay local or willing to do a commute, the job market of Alvin still supports your career. Here's a breakdown of the occupation that you can see in Alvin. We have management occupations, education industry, and library occupations. We also have office administration support, sales and related occupations. We also have food preparation and serving related occupations, and construction and extraction occupations. Alvin is generally a safe city, which crime rates are lower than Houston average. Like any other city that is currently growing, some neighborhoods are better than others, but overall it's a tight-knit community that looks for each other. With that being said, let's look into this. This poll was made to see how people in Alvin felt. How safe do you feel in this area? 61% said pretty safe. There are some safety concerns, but generally I feel safe. 33% said very safe. There are no safe concerns. 6% say somewhat safe. There are noticeable safe concerns, but there are times I don't feel safe. How effective is law enforcement in this area? 59% say the police are very visible and very responsive. 24% say the police are very visible and somehow respond slowly when needed. 12% said not sure. If you're looking into a nightlife while living in Alvin, while Alvin isn't known to have a nightlife, there are still some great spots that you could go and unwind. There's Gordon Street Tavern, a favorite for craft and beer and live music, Forberg's Farm, seasonal festival, fresh products, and homemade pies. For bigger nights out, you're just 30 minutes away from Houston nightlife scene. When it comes to the commute in Alvin, it's pretty good. Most people drive from 25 to 30 minutes each way to go to work, especially if you're commuting to Houston or nearby. Rush hour here is really non-existent. However, you may encounter some traffic here and there. It's depending where you're coming from. Overall, if you're going to downtown, it's gonna take you about 40 to 45 minutes. If you're driving to Pearland, it's gonna take you about 15 to 20 minutes. If you're thinking of going to Galveston, it might take you 35 to 40 minutes. The medical center, 35 minutes. Overall, like I mentioned before, the commute is pretty easy and laid back. If you're not from town, if you're out of state, you definitely want to pay attention. How is weather here in Alvin, Texas? The weather in Alvin is typically a humid subtropical climate with most summers mild and winters. Summer temperatures can reach into the 90s, with humid making it even hotter. In the fall, temperatures are pretty cool with the average of 60 to 80 degrees. Winter are mild with average temperature around 40 to 60. Freezing temperatures are rare, but occasionally happens. We just had one not so long ago. Spring temperatures are pretty comfortable, ranging from 50 to 75 degrees. Rainfall does increase during this time, and April being the wettest month. So, is Alvin the right fit for you? Is it the city that you've been looking for? Are you looking for affordable homes, a growing market, a small town with access to a big city? This might just be the perfect spot for you. I would love to hear what you think. Drop a comment below, and if you're serious of moving to Alvin, I'm here to help you. Reach out to me anytime, and let's find you that home in Alvin. Thank you for staying to the end. Please like and subscribe. You guys are the greatest, and I'll see you next time. Have a blessed day.